Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta Crown of the Magister's Lost Valley. Last time we leveled up to level 3 and came exploring through this jungle looking for Marin Ving's party. Now, after some wading through across a river and through some undergrowth and some traps, we come across this strange temple that is, if not guarded, at least somewhat occupied by at least 1, 2, 3 Badlands apes, and I think there was some other creature back here. There he is. There's a standard gorilla. Now we know how much we don't like standard gorillas. AC 12, HP 38, whereas these guys, our knowledge tells us, is AC 13, HP 60. So this fight quite possibly will be worse than the 5 gorillas we had to fight recently. So let's make sure we are as best prepared as possible for that. So first thing I want to do is, if we are equipped with a light crossbow, 2 of us are. Who has better dex? That would be Polly. Polly is going to get some Brimstone Fang poisoned bolts into their second ammo slot that we can switch to if we need to. Then why not equip Torque with this short bow? Better than nothing for a ranged weapon. We need ammunition for that, of course, so we're going to send over 20 arrows to Torque as well. So now with +2 on dex, if we do want to take some ranged attacks with our barbarian, we absolutely can. We still have 2 healing remedies in our item slot there. We're using a component pouch here. 1 healing remedy there. The +1 scimitar that we have no real use for. And this is our big heap of equipment. Let's pass these hand axes over to Torque, although Torque previously was throwing those as a secondary weapon, but if we have a ranged weapon, that's absolutely fine with me. Antitoxin, I don't think we're going to need. Potion of fire strength. Strength becomes 25. That would be a +7 to hit with our strength-based attacks. Otherwise, we don't have any other healing items that we can put into our utility slot. Scroll of Sleep can go over to our wizard, of course. Then I think we are basically good to go. Could we be wielding a shield if we wanted to, and would we want to if we could? I'm assuming a barbarian is going to have proficiency with a shield, right? Yes. So at the very least, we should make sure that they are holding one, even if they aren't equipped with it, so that we can use that as and when we want to. We also don't have something we can wield, because a great axe is always two-handed. It's not versatile for one-handed. So perhaps we put a simple hand axe. We can't use this with the light source because it has to match the primary source with primary weapon with a light source, I think. Alright, I've put it off as long as I can. I think we pretty much now have to be going in for this combat. So we've got the 4 of us. We are cautious. They've got high ground, but if we want to, we might be able to push back into the jungle somewhat. And hopefully maybe use some channel like this area here to kind of funnel them in. We could perhaps consider trying to open up some of this space on the left, although if there's more enemies over there which we can't know yet, we would be adding even more troubles to our fight. The only other thing I'm thinking about is Bjorn, our cleric, can cast the spell Spiritual Weapon. Now, this lasts for 1 minute, so if we're going to do that, we want to do it either as our very first action or near immediately before instigating an attack to get into initiative. So we've got very little cover here. Why won't anyone stand there? Oh, I'm terrified. Big one. You're walking away. There's another gorilla there that I might have missed. I absolutely have missed that. Okay, this is going to be a doozy. Cast spell, spiritual weapon. I'd love to put it up there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Right, game is paused. Our spiritual weapon is in place. Jaina. Should we blur on self? Also, I didn't mage armor yet, did I? That was a foolish mistake. So, get that going. And the battle has begun. Alright then, we've got 5 foes, 3 gorillas, 3 unknown creatures, although we know them to be Badland apes. I'm not sure why that knowledge has now been removed from us when we had it a moment ago. Spiritual weapon cannot get to here to hit. Can get to there to hit. The one that was up high has apparently jumped down, although I can't see where they now exist. Perhaps they climbed down the back. Not sure, but spiritual weapon is going to take the attack that it can. And we miss on a nat 1, which is, you know, just great. Then here, we could Guiding Bolt. We could get up close and inflict wounds, although that seems less desirable. Let's start with a Guiding Bolt. Go big or go home. And we missed that as well. This is going to go terrifyingly, isn't it? Alright. We are going to be raging. Absolutely. Do I want to attack recklessly, though? I mean, we do have 35 HP already. So I think we can kind of afford to. And there is the crits that we need. Good stuff. Jaina. Right, we did get mage armor off, so we are at 18 AC, which is great. Mage armor is not concentration, so we could concentrate on blur as well. Give everything disadvantage to hit us. And really, at 14 HP, one big hit, and we are kind of screwed. So, let's get that going for ourselves. And we'll stay where we are. The gorillas are up. They are simply... I'm not sure what that gorilla's motivation is for climbing that pillar, but they're each to their own, I suppose. Right, we are gonna just keep wailing on the one in front of us. The ideal situation here is that we just take down their numbers so that they have fewer actions per round. So, with the Morningstar, 1d8 plus 5 on a plus 7 to hit. It's another nat 1. I'm going to save my action surge. Top of the round, this guy running in. Block. Good defense. Excellent defense. Then Polly can block in turn. The fact that these guys have multi-attack already is just frightening. Right, where's that spiritual weapon? We just move across, not enough distance to attack anything. We are here at the back. Let's push up to here. Then we are going to inflict wounds. 182 on 3d10s is kind of terrible. Talk is back up. We are going to be attacking recklessly again. Another crit. That is the power of advantage and attacking recklessly. So that is 1 of 4 down. So far, so reasonable, I guess. I'm going to push Talk over to here. Now, Jaina, how much range do we have on Shatter? Enough that we can hit those two. So let's do that. 19 thunder damage is pretty good to take that gorilla down to about half. The other creature made their save, so they took half of the 19, rounded down. Why? Oh, that was with disadvantage for probably being, yeah, long-range attack. Okay. This other gorilla finally decides it wants to be over in this direction. Okay. We are really going toe-to-toe with everything today. If I could kill the one on the left, the currently uninjured one, we would have 4 straight actions in a row in initiative, which seems like it would be pretty good. But I think I'm just going to wail on the one that is already injured. Ten damage is not terrible. I'm going to action surge now. Really try and get one of these creatures out of the order. Yes, block one another, please. At least the resistance that Talk has is doing gangbusters on keeping the damage low. Alright, that spiritual weapon should be able to get back in here. Attacking the damaged one. 5 extra damage for a bonus action. I'm absolutely fine with that. Let's get our shield out, move in to be within range of our defensive allies, and just start hitting with the mace. And yes, we will use our strike of inflict strike of chaos. They make the save, unfortunately, but we do get 3 extra psychic damage. Talk, we're going to attack recklessly against the injured one. And for the first time, Talk misses. Jaina. I think we can't use Shatter because we've spent both of our spell slots. We might be able to get the weaker of the two asleep, but that doesn't seem terribly ideal. Now, these creatures are behind our allies, which means they're getting half cover for being behind another humanoid creature. So I'm actually going to push back to here. And we're going to firebolt that gorilla at the back. Because they're going to keep throwing stones at us, and that is something that I don't want to deal with. push back slightly. There's an excellent nat 1 from them. What goes around comes around. We keep resisting those attacks. A d8 plus 4 those attacks are doing. Right, we would like to please attack the weaker one. Alright, they have 1 HP left. And they're not going to attack again. So, I think the move now is to start attacking the stronger creature, the healthier creature, and then a single magic missile dart into the weaker one will kill them without having to spend a whole attack action dealing with that. Bjorn, we could... Oh, well, we can spiritual weapon, for sure. How far away is that gorilla? Go help kill that thing. Good, good. I approve. We can't attack the one on the left. Or we could do a cantrip. That guy has 6 HP. 1 magic missile dart is 1d4 plus 1. So if we can do a 2 plus 1 and a 2 plus 1, that gorilla will die and this guy will die. So let's... Oh, I don't want to put my shield away. Alright, we're just going to attack the weaker one if we can do 1 HP damage. It's dead. That's fine by me. Not perfect, but adequate. Let's get half cover behind an ally. Then Torque is up. Torque has a creature in front of them. Down to 11 hit points now. That is lower than I would like. But 17 damage is just massive. A 12 on a d12 will do that though. Jaina. We're gonna hit that gorilla in the back. How far is Magic Missile gonna reach? Far enough. 2 into that, 1 into this, and we just hope that we don't roll terribly. Good. We did enough damage to that gorilla at the back. This gorilla still throwing stones. Now, Polly really needs to somehow protect Torque, but I don't know how we're going to do that with the options that we have. A rousing shout, I forgot about this. I also totally forgot about Jaina's magic ability for a shield. These are the things that are way more important than I give them use for. You can use a bonus action to give all allies within 3 cells of you advantage on their next attack until the start of your next turn. You can use this power a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Well, we should definitely do that. Is that a bonus? Wait, abort. Yes, that is a bonus. So, get some advantage, folks. And we're not going to be able to stop them attacking Torque, are we? It's a bad time. Please miss. Please miss. Yes. Block our ally. 14 will not do it. That will, though. Oh. Torque is a half-orc, and half-orcs get resilience when they would drop to 0 HP. They drop to 1 instead once. So they've now spent that. So let's attack this gorilla back here. 7 damage is nice. Then Bjorn. We could heal Torque but Jaina's about to give them 10 temporary HP, so let's not do that right now. Let's just step up to here and attack this guy with advantage. Another 6 damage. Now, we don't need to recklessly attack because we already have advantage. That's good. Now, Jaina can either use her power to give Torque some temporary HP, or if this thing has less than like 8 hit points, we might be able to just plow a magic missile into it. Let's give Torque the HP. Oh, it's 3 times level, so it's plus 15 temp HP now. That's excellent. Strong miss there. Keep getting on that guy. 9 HP has them dead, which is great. Now we just have to rush the last gorilla. Bjorn is not going to make the gap, but we can attack with spiritual weapon. And we can either just shoot with a crossbow. 1d8 plus 1 on a plus 3 to hit. I think that's fine because these guys are probably going to have low AC and reasonably high saves. Then Torque also cannot make this full run, so short bow. That is not going to do it, but what we will do is push forward into some of this cover so that next time we are able to close that gap. We spent all that resource making sure Jaina had high AC and high and blur to make sure that there was disadvantage on any attacks, and then she is just never prioritized as a target by our foes. Which is kind of good because she has absolutely no HP. But it's a terrible waste of spell slots, so we'll keep that in mind moving forward. That is a terrible roll. Where is this gorilla trying to go now, is my next question. Good. I swear we've rolled a 1 on those so many occasions. But hey, 5 damage is 5 damage, right? Right, now we can close this gap. 12 HP even, not 13, is going to be a reckless attack.
You'll die like the rest.
Okay. Our knowledge increases. Gorilla, medium, beast. Low intelligence, low charisma, good strength. And then Badlands Gorilla was the other one. I like how previously they would just have empty slots for all of the creatures you had never encountered before. But apparently now we have some like generic knowledge of some things, and we get to have an uncrowded screen for everything else. These guys, knowledge 1 of 4, we've learned basically nothing about it, which is fine. Our quest log simply says, oh, you can hear a waterfall not far away. Leave the jungle and keep looking for Marin Ving. Okay, so we're not going in this strange temple thing, perhaps? First thing we want to do, of course, is hoover up the skins and pelts and things that we might be able to sell later. Because we're going to need cash for potions, for scrolls of revivify, all of that kind of stuff. There's some stuff that can be inspected and looted around us as well. But before any of that, a short rest is in order. the very least. So we're going to rest for 1 hour. We can spend our hit die to get back HP. That is a bad roll on a d12. That's another bad roll on a d12. That's a little better. Couple there. We were uninjured. We can Arcane Recovery, get back a spell slot. Give me... What? Select spell slots to recover. Total capital 2 of 2. So I can get back 2 first level spell slots or a second level spell slot, I think. Okay, I see what it's doing. Yes, I want a second level spell slot. Recover that for me. We get our Action Surge back, our Rousing Shouts, and our Channel Divinity. So, let's go investigate these crates and stuff around the back of this temple, and then we will take a break for the day. But hey, I'm just grateful for any fight I get through that doesn't result in a TPK. A moonflower. Not sure what we'll craft with that, but hopefully soon we'll have enough stuff to get to crafting and creating some things that we're going to need through the course of our adventure. Is that crate? That is on top of the building. I'm sure we can scale something to get up there. Scroll of Comprehend Language goes to the wizard, and an antitoxin. Talk is climbing this wall. Going to investigate this box. We find a Scroll of Thunderwave, also goes to the wizard. And Oil of Acuteness, we can use that to craft some kind of specialized weapon down the line, perhaps. There was something else. That does not look like a waterfall, as described by our objective. We get some Abyss Moss. Anything that we can craft yet? No, we really need magnesium. So, there's stuff over there, the old ruins. This door is not marked. And our journal says, you can hear a waterfall, leave the jungle and keep looking. So, before we go in this door, let's just head over to the water's edge here. I'm wondering if one of these things is a distraction and the other way is the one we want to take, because I can hear water flowing in this general direction, and also there just is water here, which is a good start. This area we saw as we approached. Let's get Polly to do some hardcore parkour over here, since she's at full health right now and has good athleticism. What is that? Oh, that's a side angle view of a down arrow, sure. Why would I want to be over here? There's some flowers or some moss. Nope, it's serpentinite, which is fine. We'll use that for crafting down the line as well, hopefully. I don't see any other reason for us to be over on this outcropping. We have no path to that destination, so that looks like it could be the waterfall our objective spoke of. But for right now, let's gather back with the party. They can investigate this bush. Get some supplies from there. A dragon rose. Lots of different plants that we haven't seen up to now in the previous campaigns. So, let's get the party all gathered together And for now, that is where we will say goodbye for today. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.